video may reach you, do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that. Oh, wait, hold on. And click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to be talking about something that people are constantly saying about moi. They're constantly putting these things in my comment section. They're constantly saying these things all over the YouTube streets. And that is that I am a misandrist. I hate men. And all I do is male bash. And of course, while we're doing that, we are going to be doing our makeup because this is a get ready with me. And where I'm waiting for you guys to join me. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Bring them out, bring them out. Come on over. Come on over, love bugs. Hey, Enlightening. What's up, Stella? Hey, Unique. Hey, Demira. What's going on? I hope everybody is having a good taco today. Oh my goodness. We definitely have to talk about this because I keep getting these messages. I keep getting these comments. Hello, Freshly Wild. Hey, Catherine. Can one of my love bugs do me a favor and type out my cash app? It's $ Love Jones TV, so I could pin it so we can get this party started. What's up, Quaisha? Hey, PJ. Hey, Marge. Thank you, boo. How are you guys today? How's everybody doing on this lovely afternoon? So I'm sure you all have probably seen these comments as well that I hate men and you tired all, babe. You didn't get enough sleep last night. Well, we was up here last night late, so I don't I'm sick. They sent me home from work because of allergy. Quaisha, I don't know what's going on, girl, but we all on the battlefield together. I don't know what they pumping out here. I don't know what's next. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what they trying to do, but something is not right in the water, baby. Something is going on. Cause this Walmart here is crazy. Where are you, Unique? What state? I haven't. I'm after we do this live, I'm gonna go. We gonna go. I'm gonna take y'all with me to the supermarket, the local supermarket, the one that I always go to pick up some groceries, and we're gonna see how it's going because I haven't really heard anybody out here saying that it's crazy like that. Hello, Ed. Either, but it's getting on my South Carolina. Okay, well that makes sense because South Carolina is a state above North Carolina, and that's where Hurricane Helen just is it Helena or Helen? Helena? I totally didn't get enough sleep last night and I had to wake up at 7 a.m. I slept 4 hours. Oh dang. How close are you to Texas? I'm not close to Texas at all. I'm in the New York, New Jersey, tri-state area. Like literally. Most of the shelves are empty. I seen some of that. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's crazy. It's a crazy, crazy time right now. And they went on strike, so the ports are closed. And I ordered a couple items off of the TikTok shop that I really actually kind of wanted. And I also wanted to promote to, add to my TikTok shop or whatever. And those items are delayed. Like for them to be shipped to me is delayed. They were supposed to be shipped in between October 4th and pretty much this week. So now when I look at it, this shipping status, it says delayed. Thank you, Coco T. Hey Holly. Hey Toys by Starlight. I'm in what area is Alabama? Don't judge me. And it went crazy and it wasn't crazy at the stores here. The gas stations were full, but I mean the one I went to usually is. Okay. So in today's live, once again, we're going to talk about people saying that I am promoting misandry and that I hate all men and that I just don't like men and all I do is male bash on the channel. They continuously come in the comment sections and say that all I do is male bash. They leave comments that sometimes I delete because I just be over it. But they're always leaving comments saying that all I'm doing is male bashing. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I'm so over it. Walmart price gouging, that's terrible. Mm. And I was about to order I got an order from Amazon yesterday, but I was about to order a few more things on Amazon, and I wanted to do a Sheen haul for you guys because y'all asked me to do it. A Sheen, and then I was gonna do an Amazon haul. And something told me not to empty my cart. I didn't do it. And I'm like, if I would have did it and then the strike happened, I would have been annoyed because who knows when I would have been getting my items. Because those items a lot are shipping from overseas, like for real, for real. What's up, Novella? All right, let's get into this topic. So misandry is the hatred of men, and examples include prejudice. Misandrists may be prejudiced against men, such as thinking that all men or boys are potential rapists. Discrimination. Misandry can include discrimination against men, such as legal processes that discriminate against men in divorce proceedings or in cases of domestic or sexual violence where the victim is a man. Portrayal in popular culture. Misandry can include portrayals of men in popular culture as absent, insensitive, or abusive. The word misandrist can be used as a noun or an adjective. For example, the dog is an unapologetic misandrist. Radical feminists are usually viewed as misandric or misandrist, hypocritical, and genocentric. Misandry can include violence or discrimination against men. Many misandrists are prejudiced against men. For example, they think that all men or boys are potential rapists. A real life example of misandry. Proposed examples of misandry include social problems that lead to men's shorter lifespans, higher suicide rates, requirements to participate in military drafts, and lack of tax benefits afforded to widowers compared to widows. Honestly, y'all, this sounds like a crock of shit to me. I don't. I'm trying to choose my words wisely, but are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? This just seems like drizzle drizzle. Y'all see how we got sprinkle sprinkle? Shara Seven came up with sprinkle sprinkle. Misandry seems like drizzle drizzle. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are y'all picking it up? Hey, Hera. You don't male bash either. I think some people prefer dusties and are rooted in patriarchy. I really don't think I don't male bash, but that's what they say. Misandry just seems like drizzle drizzle to me because like, is this really a real thing? Like, are men really like having issues in society when we live in a patriarch society? Like, are men not more prone to do the things that was listed? Men legit commit suicide at higher rates than women. That is something that they do. I don't understand how that would be rooted in misandry or how they just would find a way to make that a woman's problem. Like, I don't get it. Of course, we know what misogyny is. It's pretty much the opposite, the hatred of women. Um, What is an example of misogynistic behavior? Treating women differently from men in social and professional settings. Now, this is something that actually happens. Like, men are not um, preyed on at the same rate as women by women. Men are not disenfranchised the way that women are in society. Men aren't raped or assaulted at the same rate as men are in society by men. And when these things happen and are perpetuated, it's men that are the perpetrators. Even when men are being raped at alarming rates and unalived at alarming rates, it's at the hands of other men. See, these are the things that nobody likes to admit. Hey, God's anointed. You don't male bash. They just don't want to be held accountable and can't handle the truth. That part, because I really be looking around like, when am I up here just male bashing? Like, that's not the case. I really do not for 1 second believe that I'm just completely against men or that I just completely speak out against men. Like, I really say the things that women talk about and the things that we experience. That's what we talk about here on the Love Jones show. That's it. Like, I talk about dating, I talk about a collective lived experience and some shared experiences. And then people always get up here and say, "Oh, I'm bitter, I'm bitter." And it's like, no, I'm not necessarily bitter. I'm not only giving an account of my own lived experience. I'm a woman. And majority of my subscribers and my followers on other platforms are women. And my algorithm is filled with women or men talking crazy about women. Thank you, Golden Eras. Thank you, Graham. So I'm just confused. Like, so when we hold men accountable and we actually talk about things that happen at the hands of men, that just automatically equates to male bashing or hating men. I honestly feel like it's a form of gaslighting and it's another form of manipulation, because how is it that if I'm saying, hey, I was a victim of being drugged, all of a sudden that means that I hate men and I'm trying to bring a black man down? Or if I say I was a victim of DV and I got beat up and down the street by my ex, now all of a sudden that means that I hate men and I'm just male bashing men. Or if I get up here, yesterday, for instance, we spoke about was that yesterday? I don't know. The days have merged together. But we did a live and I was saying, that man doesn't like you. How to spot the signs of a man not liking you or not showing you any interest. And men came into the chat and said, all you do is talk about hating men and all you do is male bash. How is that male bashing when in turn men are continuously saying that women need to do better and choose better and be better? I say the same things. If we're having an open discussion about how you can spot the signs of whether or not a man actually likes you, isn't that a form of choosing better? Isn't that a form of self-love and self-accountability? Because if it's like, hey, he's showing me the signs, and then they all love to say, you saw the flags, but you ignored the flags. So if I'm saying, hey, these are red flags. He doesn't call you, he doesn't text you, he doesn't invite you out. He only hits you during thought hours. He doesn't kiss you. He shows you no affection. He simply doesn't want to commit. He doesn't try to make your life better. How does this equate to me bashing men? How does this equate to me hating men? Like, I just, it doesn't make sense. I feel like a lot of men just want to have an issue with me. A lot of men just want to have an issue with a woman talking to other women about being accountable for the decisions that they make. Because if we decide to choose better and be better and do better, chances are a lot of them won't get picked. And they always, we call women pick me's all day. Men are pick me's as well, but they do it in a reverse psychology type of way. They try to demean you, degrade you, and devalue you so that they can get picked. It's like, who can treat you the worst? Who can dog walk you? Who can guilt trip you? Who can love bomb you and then breadcrumb you? These are things that we experience at the hand of men so that we can pick them ultimately, especially when men that are courting us know that we are better or that we have more options. And this is why I'm always telling you all, the average looking woman, the average earning woman, the average built woman has more options than the average looking man, the average earning man, and the average built man. They don't want us to have these conversations because when we start to have these conversations, we wake up and smell a coffee. A lot of us will opt out. A lot of us will disengage. A lot of us will legit be a cat lady or get a dog or just take me to Petco, bitch, and deal with men at our own leisure. Because at the end of the day, we don't benefit as much as men benefit from being coupled with them. They live longer than we do. They get domestic servitude. They get to, continue on their bloodline. They have some in-house coochie, somebody draining them before they go to work. What is a woman really gaining? Unless it's a real partnership. And a lot of these relationships are not real partnerships. And this is what they don't want to talk about. I've seen podcasts, I've seen men literally get up there and tell women, it's your job to cook. And a woman was like, hey, I went to work for 8 to 10 hours just like you. You got home before me. Why I gotta come home and cook the food and serve you a plate when all you do and wash the kids up and help the kids with their homework and help them pick out their clothes for the next day. And all you did was go to work and come home and sit on the couch. How is that a partnership? That's not shared responsibility. So if me saying, hey, if you want to have a baby as a woman and your baby daddy leaves you and it doesn't work out, I don't think that you should feel bad about yourself. I don't think that we should be shaming single mothers. If that makes me a misandrist, then so fucking be it. If I say, hey, don't let a man dog walk you and take you back and forth to the ghetto toxic circus and have you scrubbing the ground in the pits of hell, if that makes me a man hater, then so be it. If I'm sitting up here saying, hey sis, that man don't like you, chances are these are just a few. We're going to do a part two of ways to tell that a man does not like you. We did part one and we merely stated out a few bullet points of how you could tell whether or not a man likes you. And if that means that I hate men, that I'm telling women how to watch out and how to see the telltale signs of whether or not a man likes her, if I'm calling out the black femicide rate and how we are being unalived and harmed at alarming rates in our community, if that means that I hate men, then so be it. If we get up here and we talk about having non-negotiables and just loving out on ourselves a little bit more, and doing the work, doing the shadow work, doing the introspective work, learning how to do your makeup, learning how to dress for your body type, taking the herbs, if that means that I am a misandrist and that I hate men, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, excuse me, I can't even turn the screen off. At least let me. Because at the end of the day, my allergies, child, I can't wait for this to be fully done. Because I really don't want to take no antibiotics. I really don't want to freeze my immune system. Because whatever this is, whatever's hitting the town, it's looking like I got it first. Hey, Shanita, what's up, boo? I'm saving lives and helping women get their lives. Thank you. Oh my God, I love that. That makes me feel so good. When y'all send me messages like that, I be feeling like my heart just bursts at the seams with joy. But the thing is, my point, I don't hate men. I don't hate men. And oh, why does the water? What is that about? That's a weird vibe. Hold up. I don't hate men. That's the part that gets me. Is that I always say that. I always say I don't hate men. I talk about things that I love about men. I did a live saying how men were useful and why we love men and how men are helpful. I did a whole live dedicated to men. What I said is not misandry, but this is what they are accusing me of. I've been called that, and they say that I hate men and I male bash, and I'm like, how? How am I male bashing? And when I ask them how, they don't really ever have like actual, like they don't have anything to say. When I say how am I male bashing, it's crickets, because I don't bash men. I uplift women. Now, if uplifting women makes men feel like I'm bashing them, then that's something that they need to work on. That's something that men need to work on. Everybody up in here hit the like button. I don't know where everybody at, what's going on. Maybe y'all ain't getting the notifications. Let me make a community post so people can know that we out here. Because I don't know why these likes, the views is so low. I don't know what's happening right now. But of course, we're going to keep on with the show. And then I guess people would just catch us on the replay. Ooh. These days, telling women to stand up for themselves, men on the internet get mad. Exactly. Wait, no. Why is it not? Um, yeah, like I was saying, it's absolutely ridiculous to think that, excuse me, child, to think that women, creating space for each other to talk about things that we experience and creating space for each other to, encourage each other to level up and to say, hey, it's okay. It's okay that you made a mistake with that man. It's okay that you had a baby and things didn't work out with the father. That doesn't mean that what you gonna do? That's why I cannot stand the single mother bashing. Like I hate it because men create single mothers, no matter which way y'all want to turn the key. Now, for me, simply telling the truth, I get a lot of heat for it. People always love to come and talk crazy to me and say crazy stuff. Exactly, Tyson. I mean, sometimes I wonder why men are like that. I mean, how would they feel if a man treated their future daughter or mother like the way they treat their wives and girlfriends? It's true. But the thing is, men warn their daughters about men because they know the nature of a lot of men. Not all, not all, but they know the nature of a lot of men. They know. They know. They know. They know. They know. We just got to keep it real. We have to keep it real. And I just wanted to come and talk about this because I feel like I get so much slack, and like I said, I be feeling like I'm going through a social experiment and y'all are watching it like in real life. Like I'm me just go through a social experiment. And it's okay, it's not okay, but it's okay because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. The way my channel started to turn into what it is that we're doing now, even with the beauty and everything, I didn't know that it was going to turn out this way. I didn't know that. I always wanted to talk about dating and relationships and stuff like that. I did it, initially, if you look at some of my videos before I started doing the Love Jones show live, I would talk about dating different zodiac signs. I think I'm going to do some more videos like that because y'all like when we talk about zodiac signs. So maybe I'll start doing some more pre recorded videos like that. And, y'all, hey, Brittany, y'all let me know like what other type of content y'all like pre recorded videos because we're always going to do these lives. But I want to do different types of content and like just stuff that y'all can watch when I ain't live. So I always wanted to talk about dating. I love to talk about relationships. I always wanted to do something that would empower women and uplift women. And of course I still, we still get into the hot topics, but I didn't want to only just do hot topics, like, and eventually we're gonna have the advice hotline where you all could call me and get like direct advice. These are things that I've always wanted to do for years and years and years. And it's just so happening that it's manifesting right now in the way that it is. Like I said, I didn't know that this was gonna morph into this when I first started doing the Love Jones show live. Like I knew that I wanted to be a beauty girl. I always wanted to do beauty content. I love this type of stuff. But I didn't know that I would be sitting here talking to you all while doing my makeup on live. I didn't know that because the average beauty content creator I see, all of their videos are pre recorded. I don't see, like, I'll see that on TikTok, like, but they're not talking about anything substantial. Like, they'll just sit here and do their makeup and, they'll interact with the chat. People say, oh, what are you using or whatever. But they're not like, it's not topics the way that I'm doing it. So I didn't know that this would turn into this. But it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of scrutiny and a lot of backlash that I don't know that I was prepared for. I don't even know what to expect. I didn't know what to think. I had no idea. But now that I'm in it. We're in the thick of it. We're growing. Shouts out to the fact that we got to 28K subs. What was that? Yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. Shouts out to that. We're in the thick of it, and I'm just like, wow, like now I'm labeled a man hater, and I'm just like, dang, like I don't hate men. Like it gives hair shop, um, girl time, getting ready to go out. Yes, I love that. But I just didn't know that I would be labeled like me going down this path would have me labeled as a man hater or a man basher. I don't think I ever foresaw that because I really don't hate men. I don't hate men. I don't. Excuse me. So it's just a little odd to me. Like I'll be like, wow, like this is what this turned into is that I just hate men. I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't hate men. I really wanted to come up here and say that because I just feel like for whatever reason they keep saying that, and I'm like, where did I ever say that I hated men? I don't know, but I guess the bottom line is that men don't like to have a mirror held up to their faces. They don't like for people to say anything about what they do. And the thing is this, right? They be like, well, what about women? Women are forced to take accountability. We don't have a choice but to take accountability. But accountability is like kryptonite for a lot of these men. It's just, we got to be honest. And nobody ever wants to tell the truth about these things. And I just be like, we live in a real world. We see how women are forced to take accountability, even for things that is out of our control. Hence, victim blaming and victim shaming. We even get blamed for things that men do, grown men. It's our fault somehow. Oh, well, I ain't do this because she said this and she did that. And it's like, sir, you're a grown man. And you still out here blaming a woman and you're a grown man. Like, I just, it's crazy. But I don't know. I really don't know. It's because these men are genuinely lack accountability. So when you're talking to women and they start putting their half cent in a combo, they get butt hurt and want to call you names. It's true. It's true, Quaisha, and you've seen it. You witnessed it. Y'all witnessed it. And it's because of you. The culture is shifting. You're bringing awareness, and it's much appreciated. Oh my God, Brittany, thank you so much. I don't really look at. I don't know, but I just feel like I'm supposed to be here doing this right now. Hey, Ja, I feel like I'm supposed to be here doing exactly what I'm doing, even with the backlash, even with the scrutiny, even with people cussing me out all the time and calling me names and saying crazy stuff to me. Like I just really, I don't feel it. I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know it. Girl, I'll be forwarding your videos to my homegirls when they be going through it. Oh, I love that. Hey, SM. And it's not the easiest to get up here all the time because people also ask me, like, I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't be. And I'm like, it's not always the easiest to do it, but I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to, and I know it. And I feel and I know it because it feels natural and organic. And the way that this content has started to unfold has been natural and organic. Like I didn't force this. I just followed my intuition and I followed the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance was like, hey, start doing these vertical lives. These vertical lives have been blowing my channel up. And it's more personal. It's more interactive. Like, yes, the StreamYard is interactive, but it's not as interactive as this. You know what I mean? Like, y'all see me. It looked like we on a FaceTime call right now. The way that y'all are seeing me. Which I said, I was essayed, oh, and blamed. I'm a minor. He's 31. Oh my God, Catherine. I'm fighting him at trial. Oh my God, in November because I refuse to take accountability for his actions. Well, I'm sending you love, baby. I cannot. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Catherine, you can't choose to have X with a man and then change your mind and call it sexual assault. See, that's what it you see? This is why women don't come out and say anything because it's automatically, hey, what's up, come for me? Automatically, you see how there's a man in the chat that's blaming her and he doesn't even know the situation? He does not even know the situation. He does not even know her. Quaisha, you could have left that because I want people to see. Like, you don't even know this girl. You don't know her story. She didn't go into detail. And you already up here just victim blaming. This is what I'm saying. How the world does not allow women to not be held accountable for things that they don't even have any control over. Do I need to cuz no, you don't. It's just regular people, men and trolls and stuff in the chat saying things. And we just having a discussion about it right now. It's crazy. They always show who they really are, but then they get up here and make it seem like everything is just a woman's fault. It's always just a woman, a woman, a woman, a woman. Never ever the man. The man has no accountability. The man never did nothing. The man never saw nothing. The man never heard nothing. Dudes like to play smart, dumb as hell though. Intriguing caption. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where everybody at because I have this little bit of people up in this chat in the month of Sundays. I don't know what's going on. Am I being suppressed in the algorithm? What's happening? I have no idea. I kind of feel like, should I leave and come back? I don't know. But we're gonna finish out this topic and then I will come back and we'll get into something else. Maybe I'll finish the rest of my face and we'll come back. My bad, I don't like that. I understand, Quaisha, but I just that comment, like it. This is why I keep saying I feel like it's you didn't get a notification. I don't know what's happening, y'all. I really don't know. But this is what I was saying when I feel like what this is like a social experiment. Like, and I know I'm not delusional. I'm not sitting up here saying I'm the only one. I get trolls. I'm the only one. I never said that. However, the way that this is set up and how all of this is playing out is a little different from other people. Even with the situation that I had when I was talking about my night out with Diddy's sons and the way that we saw people come in here and blame me and say, oh, it's your fault. You shouldn't have went out. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. I'm like, wow, these are the things, the exact things that I talk about. And I'm just, as much as it could be hurtful, because I did get emotional during that live, I'm also grateful that we are able to see these things unfold in real time. Because it's one thing to talk about it and to say this happened and, this is how people react and women get blamed for everything. We legit get to see in real time how that scenario unfolds as far as victim blaming goes. It's disgusting. Yeah, even if folks is at work, it still don't ever be this low, no matter what time I come up here. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's all right. We still in the building. Um, I don't know, y'all, but we just got to keep showing up for each other, because we don't. This is what I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about because I've been wanting to talk about this and we always touch on it, but we have not really ever gone into like depth about just Black women not getting grace. And I want to talk about this video of this Indian guy. I'm going to just play the video of this Indian guy saying, how his mom said to, if you're ever in trouble, find a Black woman. And it's like we're always required to show up for everybody and to be the saviors for everybody, but who do we have to save us? So we'll cap this at 40 minutes. So I'm stay up here for 6 more minutes and then we'll come right back and then we'll get into that topic. Exactly. They nasty. They do want to point the finger at that part because accountability is like kryptonite for them. And I always say that. And it's really true. And I love the fact that we get to see it in real life because people be like, oh, that's a lie. Oh, you're just making up stuff. Oh, you're just bitter. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm just bitter and I'm just making up stuff when I literally get online and I do my show and men attack me? It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. And they be in the comment sections attacking my subscribers and my love bugs too. So it's not just me. We collectively we witness the exact men that we talk about. We witness them in 4K. in the comment section by the droves. Like, it don't just be like a one-off. No, they come up in here by the droves. And y'all know I ain't making this up because y'all be up in here with me. We be up in here together. I'm going to play the video when we come back, and we're going to get into it. I'm so glad you're okay after that happened with partying with his sons. Thank you, Kristen. Exactly. It's crazy out here. Like, I'm just grateful that I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, through all of the things that I experienced. You know what? And I'm going to say this. If I did hate men, I would be well within my rights, given the things that I experienced at the hands of men. Somebody got to say it. Oh, you hate men, you're bitter. If I am bitter and I do hate men, I'm well within my rights. And this is not just because of men that I chose. It's not just because of men that I was intimate with. It's not just because of men that I went out with. And no, I have been harassed. I have experienced a lot of things at the hands of men that I did not even know. Cussed out, stalked, men that I did not choose following me home, throwing shit at me, grabbing me, trying to assault me. These were stranger men. And we gotta be honest about this because they always love to say, who did you choose? And how about things that we experience when we're kids, when we're in adolescence, when we're teenagers? So if I did hate men, I could, based off of my lived experience with them. But I don't. I don't hate men. I don't hate men. But if I did, I could. And I'm not the only woman that has had a lot of traumatic and horrific and unsavory experiences with men. Men that they don't know, men that they do know, like even just walking down the street. Do y'all know if I see a group of men, I cross the street because of how much I've been harassed. Going to the gas station, it's scary for women. And men will never understand because y'all are not women. You will never experience a man the way that a woman will experience a man. You just never will. You will never, ever experience walking through society as a woman the way that a woman will. You just won't. So it's easy for you to say it's your fault because of the way you dress. It's your fault because you shouldn't have went to the gas station. It's your fault because you shouldn't walk down the street. It's your fault because you shouldn't be. It's like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It don't matter what I'm wearing. I told men on my YouTube channel that if you want to hear a deep story, let a black woman tell her life story. Dudes jumped in my comments, called me a simp for speaking up for black women. Exactly, Tyson. It's your fault for living, is what they're saying. That part. This is what I'm saying. And I'm like, well, what about things that happen to children at the hands of men? Now, this is not me saying that women don't perpetuate crime and women are not doing things, because that's not what I'm saying. However, the majority of people that are committing crimes, certain types of crimes, just crime in general, is men. And nobody wants to be honest about that. And notice, I didn't say black men. I didn't say white men. I didn't specify any race. I didn't even specify the age group. But I wish that we could start to be a little more honest about these things. But I need to say this again before we close out this live, and I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about another topic, being a black woman and not being able to have, a range of emotions and having to constantly police ourselves and everybody thinking we're supposed to save them. That's what we're going to talk about in the next live. I need to say this. I don't hate men. I understand that women could make better decisions and better choices so that they don't come into contact with unsavory men or men that mean them harm. However, we have to be honest and we need to stop being disingenuous about the fact that you cannot always tell a sheep and a wolf in sheep's clothing. You cannot always tell that a man is going to ruin your fucking life. You cannot always tell that that man is going to unalive you. You cannot always tell that that man has a bad agenda against you and he means to harm you. You can't always tell that. So for y'all to get up here and to completely, continuously try to absolve men of any accountability and of any wrongdoing and always just blame the woman for putting herself in that situation with said man, it's like, be honest with yourself. You don't always know that somebody's going to jump out of an alley and try to do something to you. You don't always know that you're going out on a date with a man and he has plans for you and he's going to roofie your drink and he's going to punch you out because you don't want to go into his house with him. You don't always know that that's going to happen. You don't always know. Once again, I'm not saying that women don't commit crime, because women do things as well, but not at the same rates as men. And y'all got to be, I wish that y'all could be honest about that. So if us talking about these things and having open and honest dialect and me saying, hey, we do have some control somewhat, because like I said, I done been cussed out, harassed, chased, followed, stalked by strangers, not men that I chose, not anybody that I even fucking knew. I got off the bus and got followed to my house. I was crying to the bus driver, like, please let me get off this bus. This man is following me. I got off the train and got on the bus. This is when I was living in Queens. The man got off. He saw me drop down to the floor and started kissing my feet. Oh my God, going crazy. I'm like, oh my God, like, trying to laugh it off. So I keep walking. He follows me. Sit next to me on the train. I get up and go into another car. He follows me the whole entire time. I get off. I'm waiting for the bus. I didn't have any money to get in a taxi at the time. He's standing there waiting. So I'm thinking, like, is this a coincidence? Like, this is not a coincidence. This man is just following me. I get on the bus, he get on the bus. My heart is palpitating. Like, I started crying and I went to the bus driver and I said, please, this man is following me. Like, I got up. When I stood up, he stood up. Like, he was about to get off the bus with me. I said, can you please just like stop in the middle of the street or something and just let me get off? Like, don't stop, like at the curb where the bus stop at. The bus driver, thank God, he let me off and I ran to my mother's house. I ran, heart palpitating, crying. Like, I was so afraid because this man was following me the whole entire ride home. Like, and I was coming from far. I was coming from, like, I don't know if I was coming from Brooklyn or Manhattan. This was a few years ago, but he followed me. And then men will say, oh, well, oh, y'all need to choose better. Bitch, I didn't choose him. That was a fucking stranger. And that's not the only time a man followed me. A stranger followed me, like walked beside me, drove around the block recently, probably a couple months ago. The security guy that works for where I live, I was so, this guy, Indian man, kept following me in his car. I'm like, please, I'm not interested. Like, please leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. He said, okay. I went into a store. He's outside waiting outside. I tried to go into another store. He's out there still waiting, lurking. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm by myself. I have mace, but like, what the fuck? This nigga's in the car. Like, people will drag you off the street. Anything can happen. So I tried to cut down blocks so he don't see exactly where I'm going. This man found me at every goddamn corner I was at. He did not. He was relentless. I got to my apartment. I saw the security guy walking. I ran up to him and hugged him because I'm familiar with him. And I'm like, please just hug me. Like, this man is following me. He's been following me for blocks and blocks and blocks. I don't know him. So what are y'all gonna say about that? I didn't choose that man. I don't know that man. I never seen that man a day in my life. What about that? What about the times I got cussed out bad because I did not want to stop and talk? Fuck you, bitch. Who the fuck you think you are, you stupid bitch? You ain't even all that anyways. Like, you ugly bitch. I only like light-skinned women anyways. You acting light-skinned. Who the fuck is you, you stupid bitch? Cussing me out. Once again, having to run. Scared. Whose fault is that? I don't know these men. These are not men that I chose. So I need y'all to stop scamming and being so fucking fake on the internet saying y'all just need to choose better and just making it seem like that is the only way that we are victims of men and at the hands of men. It do not always be a man that you chose or that you fucking know. What about all of the women that got date raped? Or that was out and wasn't even with the man that raped her, but he put a little something in her drink? Stuff like that happens. It's not always choose better and it's your fault. I just really needed to make this live because I'm so tired of people saying that I just hate men when I'm literally just giving accounts of things that women experience. And you see how I just got up here and I gave y'all like what 3 accounts of men that I did not know that could have done harm to me. That's harassment and stalking. I don't care which way you want to turn the key. That is stalking. If you are lurking in the bushes, following somebody from store to store, following, creeping, that's stalking. Now, I done been stalked in real life as well, like really stalked. But that is another form of stalking. Where's Storm? Storm's at home. He's good. Being harassed, getting cussed out. Somebody literally threw a fucking bottle at me because I didn't want to talk. Being grabbed. I grew up in the fucking concrete jungle. I am from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, fucking New York City. Like, y'all, I don't want to hear no, oh, it's just, this is why I get up here, dress how I want to dress, because I've always been told that everything was my fault, even if I had on a fucking t-shirt. It doesn't matter. If a man is harassing me, stalking me, once I started coming of age and started filling out, and all of the grown men couldn't stop, it was, oh, because you're wearing this, you're doing this. There's other things that I could tell y'all that I'm not going to tell y'all right now because I don't want to talk about it. But at some point, I will. I just need y'all to know I'm not a victim. I'm a fucking survivor. At the end of the day, we all could be victims of circumstance, but I don't live in victimhood. So when I get up here and I do my show and I talk to women, because I've curated this specifically for melanin rich women, so that we could have a space where we could talk. And I see other women doing the same thing. I'm not saying that I'm the only person doing this because that would be a fucking, I'm not delusional. However, I'm me. I have a different approach. I have a different aesthetic. I talk to y'all in a different type of way. I think I'm a fucking comedian, bitch, because I'm hilarious. I'm from New York City. Like, I'm a millennial. I don't have no fucking kids. I'm beautiful. I'm not behind an avatar. Y'all get to see me all the time. And we do beauty stuff. We do girly stuff. And I'm up here talking to y'all. And I do give y'all nuggets and I give y'all accounts of things that I go through, even though that these men will just use it and try to weaponize it against me and say, see, look, she went through this, she bitter. Instead of saying, damn, that's fucked up that men has been harassing and stalking and doing crazy shit toward this woman since she was a fucking girl, it's automatically reversed onto me. And this is what I tell you all when I be like, hey, they love you when you're young. They want you when you're 18, 20. So because you're more malleable, you're easier to manipulate and you're easier to mold. And that's why these men are always advocating for having access to fucking children, kids, youngins, people that are not legally adults. That's why. Because when you get older and they say, oh, you old and bitter and washed up, bitch, ain't shit washed up about me. My coochie is the best it's ever been. Chef's kiss. I look better than I've ever looked in my whole entire life. But guess what? Because I am a little more seasoned, you can't just tell me anything. You can't just easily manipulate me. Even if you're trying to, I know what you're doing and I might allow it for entertainment purposes, but I'm not going to let you hurt me. I'm not going to let you fucking play me out. I'm going to have my requirements and I know how to detach and get the fuck on when I need to and when I'm ready to. When I was 20, I didn't fucking know shit. And this is why they always say, oh, you're washed up. You're this. No, I'm not. Well, most of the men that come to me and talk shit about me, if they see me in person, they probably would pass the fuck out. They would pass out. They wouldn't be talking all that. But no, because if you see me in real life, I look better. Y'all gonna see me because we gonna start doing meet and greets. What? See me in real life. I don't have a problem with the opposite sex. That's another reason why a lot of these men see me as a problem or they don't like me because I'm not unattractive. I'm not a woman that is a bulldagger or can't get a man. That's not my ministry. That's never been my lived experience. I just see. And yes, I've been through my experiences, and however I wanted to live my life in a certain type of way, and I understand how needy men are. I know that. And I understand, some men are manipulative. They use manipulation tactics to get what they want. It's a lot of gaslighting. It's a lot of shit that goes into being in a relationship with a man. And I saw someone say, in order to be in a successful, long lasting relationship with a man, you have to take a lot of shit. You have to turn a blind eye. You have to be okay with him dicking and dodging at a point. You got to be okay with certain things. You have to make so many sacrifices and so many compromises. And I did that when I was younger, and then I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore. And this is what I talk to you all about. I don't have a hard time with the opposite sex. I can go out and get a man. There's men all around. I'm never devoid of a man. So the shaming, I'm here to destigmatize that because it's a crock of fucking shit. Because you don't have no kids, or well, if I had kids and then I wasn't with the father, then they shame me for that. And I ain't even got no kids and I get called a baby mama every day. They shame me because I'm not married, as if I can't go get married. That's not a hard. It doesn't mean that you're invalid as a woman. It doesn't take away from the fact that you're beautiful. It doesn't take away from the fact that you're entertaining. It doesn't take away from the fact that you're intellectual, that you're smart, that you're funny. It does not take away from who you are as a person because you aren't attached to a man as a woman. It's a scam and a lie. And I am not sitting up here saying don't do it, because one day I might get up, stand up, and be fucking 9 months pregnant, and y'all gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying not to want that. I think love and all of that is beautiful. However, my ministry is that if you don't have that, that don't mean that you ain't a bad bitch. It doesn't mean that you're not successful. It doesn't mean that you ain't valid. It doesn't mean that you're not loved. It doesn't mean that you're not valuable. And that's it. That's it. That's all. I love y'all. We're going to be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom right quick and I will come right back. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure your notification bells are clicked. We're going to finish this. And we're going to get into that video that I was telling you all about. And we're going to talk about what it means to be a melanin rich woman and how it's not the easiest to live in a society where you're constantly being told to police yourself. I love y'all so much. Show up as her, be heard. Don't let nobody play in your face. Life is a movie. You're starring in it. The world is a stage. You are at the center of it. Don't cry over spilled milk. But you got to know, though, you create this reality. Be mindful of your self talk. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful. Be mindful. Because you're always going to get what you want. And sometimes what you say you don't want is what you want. Because what you want is what you focus on. Food for thought. Now, y'all do the dishes. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I'll be right back. I love y'all.